Segment 2, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine. Dial us up on the web at www.ntnm.org. Check out Community Policing. Sonny Hersh, our entire technical crew, is chairman of the District Advisory Committee for the 24th District at www.caps24.org. And want to thank my first guest, Jim Nally, very much. And I want to welcome you to the second segment. It is a pleasure to introduce somebody new to you right now, the editor of the Indo-American News, and somebody who's quite a person around the neighborhood, is quite well known, Nand Kapoor. How are you, Mr. Kapoor?
Thank you, fine. Thank you for inviting me.
First of all, thank you very much, and I appreciate your being here. And I want to give a special thanks to Sheriff Tom Dart.
Yes, I am highly indebted to me. He is a friend of mine, and he's a sincere friend of mine, and he deserves all kudos because he goes along with everybody.
He speaks very highly of you. So does Brian Town, and I know they all appreciate your friendship. And you know what? The more I started asking about you, the more you're pretty well respected around the neighborhood. You seem to know what's going on. Tell us a little bit about the newspaper. How long has the newspaper been around?
Well, I've been in newspaper for the last 24 years. I've been contributing articles for different newspapers. News India, published from New York, One Asia Online, published from New York, Indo-American News from Dallas, Texas. And locally, I contribute to all Indian papers, whatever here, as I am a freelancer, because at the age of 76, I do not want to be tied up with anybody.
I don't blame you. And actually, if you were 50 years younger, I wouldn't want to be tied up with anybody.
Yes.
But hopefully you can afford to do that. So, I mean, so how long have you been in the neighborhood here?
Well, I'm in the neighborhood for a long time, but recently moved 2 years back in the Winston Tower.
Ah, okay.
And
how do you see the? Do you cover news? You covered the local news around here?
Yes, of course.
Okay, and of course we have one of the largest Indian communities, and certainly one of the one or two largest shopping districts in the country, from what I understand.
Yes, we have a big shopping mall in Devon. We have in California. We have in New York as well. Yeah. And a big strip of mile, and we are good in business.
I know that on a Sunday I can see license plates from 6-7 states parked around Devon.
Yes, we have made it a crowded business hub of these Indian groceries and other part of these things.
By the way, there's a 10-pound bag of basmati rice in my pantry. There's certain Indian products I happen to like very much.
Well, Indian cuisines are always good, and people are coming towards more Indian cuisine, and they are very tasty, very healthy. Because it is said in one time in the newspaper that the Indians do not suffer from Alzheimer because we use spices. Most of the people are scared of spices, but spices keep you alert and keep you away from the Alzheimer. It was a research in the paper.
I believe it. I myself, you saw a little bit in the back before, but I even keep certain herbs in the house during the winter. I try to keep them alive. So things like basil and chives and rosemary. I don't have a whole collection, but I happen to be a big fan of that stuff.
Yeah.
And also, it's very nice to be able to go to the supermarkets. I like using things like turmeric, and it's all sorts of interesting.
Turmeric is a very good thing that's for pains and joints, and it keeps you healthy.
Yeah, no, I like varying my spices and all that. There's no question about it. So, let's talk about. You cover politics also.
I do cover politics also, and I represent the Indian Association of Indians, which was formed in 1967. I'm the national vice president for that, and. Yes, I cover the politics, but I cover good people like Tom Dart, my friend Eddie Smith.
Right, okay.
Jen Chikarsky.
Okay.
And many more people. I cover them and I help them. And I also helped Joe Moore recently for his re-election.
Oh, very nice.
I did help Alderman Stone also, but he's now too old. I think we should replace him by some smart young man who can serve the community well.
Okay. That was interesting, definitely. Of course, one of my problems was with the last election is there was nobody good running against them.
That's true. That the lady was not competent for that area.
She was horrible. Yep.
It's horrible, you cannot say, but we need more experience and more intelligent, a smart person, outgoing, reaching. So therefore, Bunny could make it because we all supported him for reasons of his experience, old friendship, and not a better candidates. That's the reason. But this time I heard the IRA is running for that.
Well, that's ward committeeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ira Silverstein, state senator.
And I think he's going to make it.
It's a possibility.
It's not possible. He's a good, smart young man, hardworking. He did for community. He's doing much for community.
Okay. Okay, I'm not a prognosticator, but
no, I'm not saying anything. You asked me that.
No, that's exactly. I want you to tell me your honest opinion. That's the whole point.
You have another alderman, Alderman Eddie Smith, who has been in India. He is a good friend of Indian. He is called an Indian alderman. So these are the people. We should always elect those people. We should not elect it by committee basis. Who should serve the community? Who should be able to...
No, it's more important. It's more important to help the community, the city, the neighborhood, to help the individual people. I agree with you. That's the single most important thing about these things.
Every day I'm asking the CTA, I'm calling CTA, that there is some problem in the area of the 11 number bus. I talked to Alderman, I said to him, and Alderman, I think he had done with the election, so he has no time for all these things.
Yeah. No, that's the bus that runs along Kenzie.
He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
I help him a lot.
Yeah.
If you tell him I saved his life, he always admits that Mr. Kapoor saved his life. But when you get old, you should walk away. Honestly, gracefully, and give it to a chance with the right person.
I hear. Do you, I happen to be a CTA rider myself, so I take it all over the place. Sheriff Dart was mentioning about the highways. We have something to do with the highway department?
Well, I'm in the administration. I'm not a technical man, so I cannot mention about the highways or the technical things. But for administration, I say we have a clean, good administration of the highways, and we take care of the customers whenever they need any help. We do it promptly, properly, and on time.
Right. Now, what would you, is there anything you'd like to see? There's, of course, the CTA has been in crisis, which I'm hoping will be solved by the time the show gets on the air. I doubt it. But
it's not a crisis. It's not, the staff, administration is good. People are doing hard working, but always there is a problem with the lower staff. They don't want to work. They are lazy. That's the only thing.
Okay. Well, that's a lot. Not a good thing when the staff is lazy like that.
Yeah, that's so lazy. Sometimes they don't stop at the station.
Yeah. Okay,
Sorry.
can't answer it. Yeah, no, it's okay. Anyway, at this point, we're getting near getting to the point where we're running out of time. So I want to thank everybody very much for joining us today on the Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine. I want to thank my entire technical crew, Sonny Hersh. I want to thank our first guest, Jim Nally. Watch us every single Thursday, 7:30 p.m., Friday, 2:30 p.m. on KNTV 19 in Chicago. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. on ECMC, Channel 6 in Evanston. And in 35 north and northwest suburbs, we're on either channel or 19 or 35, Mondays at 6 o'clock. Go to our website, ntnm.org, to check all the details. All of our shows are available on YouTube just a few days after they're on the air. Over 15 made the mistake of watching our show. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.